The answer to the age-old question of how old is too old to start dirt biking is 29 years old. If you don't start by 29, you are literally screwed and you will never be a good rider. Just kidding. That's not the answer. Let me answer it here. Before we get into the answer, I do want to call attention to this KTM 300X CW TPI. This is my fuel injected bike, and if you're watching this before September 30th of this year, you still have the ability to enter the drawing to win this bike. Go over to dirtbikechannel.com. I have all the details over there. There's a couple different ways you can enter. There's a mail-in entry. There's a way that you can enter by getting one of these sweet Dirt Bike Channel hats or a sweet Dirt Bike Channel shirt, or there may even be some hoodies left. I think all the socks are gone. So don't delay, go enter to win this bike, dirtbikechannel.com. Okay, so I'm going to the mailbag today. I get a lot of email every day and I try to respond to everybody's email. If you send me an email, if you go to dirtbikechannel.com, there's a contact Kyle page and you can say I have questions. I answer everybody's email that sends me an email over there. And sometimes they'll even call you if you leave a phone number and I've got time and it's a question that is better answered over the phone. A lot of you guys know that I do call people. So anyway, here's a question from Brock. And I get this question quite a bit. And the question goes like this. Brock says, hey Kyle, I'm just wondering how old is too old to get started in dirt bikes? I'm 59 years old. I feel like the world has passed me by in some ways, but I would like to start dirt biking. Am I crazy and am I too old? And I say to Brock, absolutely not. One of the best things about this sport is that you can have fun doing it at any age, at any skill level, at any speed. I've got friends that ride that are 70. I've been riding with people that are 75 and 80 years old. Guys that are quick and guys that are having fun. And I'm also riding with my kids. I started my kids or at least one of my kids when he was what, 4? I'm not exactly sure. So I've ridden with everyone from 3-year-olds to 80-year-olds. And here's the thing. You can have fun in this sport at any speed, at any ability, and at any skill level. And it's rewarding. It's very rewarding. It's a great way to get out of your normal routine and to develop a skill and conquer your fears. And whether you're 69 or 59 or 39, it's a great time to start. I rode four-wheelers for my entire life. I mean, I got my motorcycle license on the same day that I got my driver's license. It was funny because I used my dad's Honda. It was a 1980. I think it's an 80. It was an 80 Honda XL 500S, I think. Anyway, he still has it. My dad calls the thing Billy Goat, and I used that bike the day that I got my driver's license. So I've been riding dirt bikes, even, I shouldn't call that a dirt bike, but I mostly rode four-wheelers. I've also had dirt bikes in my life, but it wasn't really until I turned 29 or 30, I guess it was 29, when I decided I'm gonna get a full-on dirt bike and I'm gonna go into this and try it headlong. And so sometimes people think like you need to start riding by a certain age. That's not true. I started riding at about 29 or 30 and it has literally taken over my life. And I know a lot of people out there have started older than me or younger than me, and it's also done the same thing for them. It's a beautiful, beautiful sport, a way that you can hone your skills and a way that you can get away. I'm usually trying to get away from something. When I go out on the bike, I'm trying to like get an escape or get a reprieve or get some stress relief. And that's what it can afford you. And whether you're 59 or 69 or 79 or 29, it's going to be able to give that to you. So I just want to put that idea to bed, that there's a certain age that you shouldn't start dirt biking after because of maybe some risk of getting hurt or something like that. We can get hurt anywhere. We can get hurt, we can get killed going to work, driving our cars, on the sidewalk. You can have a heart attack and drop dead. So don't delay, and don't forestall getting into dirt bikes because of some fear. I want you to conquer your fear and I want you to get into it. Find a used bike, because you don't have to spend a ton of money. Find a bike for $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000. And then your risk isn't super high. Because even if you end up not liking it, you can turn around and sell that bike for a few $100s less than you bought it for. You know, so it's not going to be that big of a risk. There's a lot of other hobbies out there that are going to cost you more than dirt biking would. And I would say, no, there is no maximum age to start this. Whether you're 70, I'd love to have 70-year-olds start dirt biking, and I know they do because they email me all the time, you know, people at all ages. So this is a sport that we can do at any age, and that gives me comfort because I know that I'll be able to do this as long as I want. As long as I've got the health and as long as I've got my wits about me, I'm going to be out there on 2 wheels, and I hope to see the rest of you guys out there. So that answers Brock's question today, and I hope that you guys found it useful. Thanks for tuning in, guys.